Good morning. Hi, I'm Kristin Omdahl, and welcome back to Create, Share, Inspire podcast. This is episode 317, and we're here live in Southwest Florida, waiting on the sun to rise over the buildings and the trees in the east. And this is the Gulf of Mexico behind me. If you're joining me live, please say hello. Let me know if you're crafting this morning, or if you have any questions about crafting or anything in general. I'd be happy to help if I can. Hi Freezabee, thanks for joining live. If you're joining live, please say hello. And if you watch the recorded version, please also feel welcome to say hello. Hi Judy, hi Grace. I like to reply to all of those comments throughout the day as well. Hi Beatrice and Joe and Christy. Hi Jane, hi Lisa, hi Ruthie, hi Rebecca, hi Lily, hi Melissa, hi Sunshine, hi Cynthia. Thanks for joining live, everybody. Thanks, Lisa. This is the Tender Raina Hat, which is a super simple crochet hat using one ball of Be So Tender worsted weight organic cotton yarn. This is in color blush, and you can find the free pattern and video on my website. You can probably find the video here on my YouTube channel too, but it's most likely embedded into the free pattern page as well. It is really cold here this morning. It's 45 degrees. Good morning, Maria. Thanks, Ruthie. Hi Karen, bye Karen. Be careful picking up your husband. Hi Pauline, thanks for joining live. Yeah, it's 45 degrees here and windy, so I did not ride my bike this morning. I drove the car and remembered the tripod and remembered my towel and remembered yarn and a hook, but did not remember business cards. So I give myself a B, maybe a B minus for all that, maybe a B plus. Yeah, Ruthie, it is not easy to be at the beach this morning. I am definitely cold, but it's still beautiful. The birds are lively. I said good morning to them before I set up. Nikki's working on a mandala. Awesome. There's a little shelf here because of the low tide, so part of the beginning of a sandbar is exposed, and the birds have been playing in that really shallow water. How beautiful is the horizon? My goodness. The colors are just gorgeous this morning. So I'm starting a swatch to figure out gauge for a new project, and I'm using a new color of yarn. So this is going to be, I have been dyeing Be So Brave yarn in larger balls and gradient dyeing them. And what that means is that the color will change from the beginning of the ball to the end of the ball. Now what the backside story of that is that it's very labor intensive to do. I literally have to knit up blanks, which means you take a little machine and you hand crank and knit the ball into a knitted piece, then you dye it, then you rinse and dry, and then you unravel it back into a ball. This one I did real quick last night to start a swatch, so it's just a hand wound ball. But when I show them to you and they're available to purchase and you get them, they'll be wound into a center pull cake, so you'll be able to see the color change from the center of the ball all the way out. This one is going to go from a berry pink to a violet. Yes, Grace, it is a ton of work. So that's why I don't do it very often. I haven't gradient dyed yarn in at least a couple years, maybe even 3 years. It's been a while. I gradient dyed Be So Bold and Be So Sporty several years ago, and it was just too labor intensive to keep up with. But I thought I'd give it a try again for Be So Brave because it's cold out, and it'd be nice and cozy to have some one ball projects in Be So Brave. So the balls are bigger than the normal size balls. The normal balls were 50 yards and 50 grams and 120 yards. So these will be double that. So you'll get well over 200 yards, which is plenty of worsted weight yarn to make any number of one ball projects, or even buying a couple of balls and doing something else. Hi Erica and Picasso, thanks for joining live. So now I'm going to swatch. Thanks Terry, this is colorway blush in Be So Tender yarn. I think the pink looks really cute with the white coat too. So when I swatch in crochet, most of the time I start with a foundation stitch of some kind, because I feel like when you do a chain beginning and you're working just in rows and ending with stitches, it's not even. No, Moose Gal, I don't use that to make center pull cakes. I use a ball winder. So what, I actually use an electric ball winder now. So what I was talking about is foundation stitches are more accurately the same tension and gauge as your final row of stitches when you're working straight in rows. When you're working in the round, chains are fine. When you're working something that doesn't need to be identical on both edges, doesn't matter. Chains easy, quick, and fine. But when you want to accurately get the same gauge at the beginning and end, whether you want to make a square that's perfectly shaped and perfectly measured at the beginning and end, or you're doing some sort of like a scarf or a shawl and you want it to be the same on both sides, you get a more accurate gauge if you do foundation stitches to match the stitches on the opposite end. So when I do a gauge swatch, I like to do that as well. Hi Trina, that's my sister Katrina, and I'm guessing she's with Ani, my niece. Hi Ani, good morning. Hi Sherry. Hi Naomi, thanks for joining live. So I'm doing a double crochet swatch, and for those of you that aren't familiar with a double crochet foundation stitch, I thought I'd give that a go and show you. Good morning Vera, thanks for joining live. Thanks Danette. Danette's reminding everybody to click the like button. That's awesome, thank you. Okay, so I started with a chain 4 using the first 3 chains to count as my first stitch. Get that up. It's a little dark. I don't know if you're going to see it this morning, but we can try. So a double crochet foundation stitch is yarn over, insert your hook into the 4th chain from your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1 loop, and remember this stitch right here. Then yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. This is the one I asked you to remember. It's the one that has a vertical bar in it. That's important because that's where you're going to work your next stitch. So we're going to do another foundation double crochet. Yarn over your hook, insert your hook into that vertical bar, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1 loop on your hook, yarn over, pull through, whoo, shoot. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook. So now you have that first chain and you have 2 vertical bars. So those are your 3 stitches. That's where you would count your stitches. So now in that last vertical bar made, we're going to work our next foundation double crochet. Yarn over your hook, insert your hook into that vertical bar, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, goodness, let's start over. I think I've got, oh, the yarn's under my knee. That's why I've got crazy tension. Okay, let's try that again. Yarn over, insert your hook into the vertical bar, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1 loop on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook. And now if we turn it this way, you'll see that's our edge of foundation double crochet. So what we've done is created a chain and our first row of stitches simultaneously. And what this allows you to have is a much looser beginning. Can I do a video? I do have videos of this on my YouTube channel already. You can search for it. There's also a giant playlist of crochet in my crochet stitch library, so you can find it there. And if you go to the page on my website called How to Crochet, all of those videos and descriptions are already there. So the video already exists. So if you want to, I can put it in the video in the description of this later today too. But it is already there. Oh, which reminds me, I want to talk to you about a new thing on YouTube before we finish today. So there we have our foundation double crochets. You can do this technique for any stitch. You can do it for single crochet, which is probably the most common one that you've already heard of. You can do it for half double crochet, double crochet, treble crochet, double treble crochet, any stitch. And it's an incredible technique for any stitch. The color's gorgeous. Sherry, I don't know if you mean the yarn or the scenery. There's so much beautiful stuff today, huh? Hi Maria, thanks for joining live. So, what was I gonna say? Don't know. Oh, the yarn. Yeah, it is beautiful. I think you're going to really like when you see how it changes color, because it's going to go from that pinky color to the violet. If you follow me on Instagram, I did post a video of some of these colors drying yesterday, so you can see a sneak peek of some of the colors. So they're still drying. Well, no, I guess if this one, they're probably ready to go. Yeah, I should be launching them sometime next week. I am just about ready to launch the next patterns for Layers Knit and Layers Crochet. Well, good morning. Somebody wants to say hi. Hi, sweetheart. Did you want to say hi? Well, don't be shy now. You're just yelling your head off. Hi, baby. Hi. What you want to say? It's almost like he wants to say hi. All right. If he starts talking as soon as I move the camera back, that's going to be hilarious, isn't it? Good morning, Patricia. Thanks for joining live. Good morning, Michael. Good morning, Kara. Okay, so I forgot what I was going to say, but I have something else exciting to say, and that is I found something interesting on YouTube yesterday. Do you know the community tab? If you go to my channel, youtube.com/user/Kristin Omdahl. I think that's what the channel's called. And you're on my channel page with the big header and everything. There's tabs. There's a tab for community on there. And I know that in the past when I've had to postpone or cancel a podcast, I've left a message there before. And I believe if you're a subscriber to my channel and you do the bell notification, you get notified when I've put a little message there. Well, I got an email yesterday explaining how many more things I can actually do there. It is a place where I can actually write a post like you would on Instagram or Facebook, like where I could just continue to communicate with all of you right here on YouTube and not have to go to another social media channel. So I have the ability now to write a post like I've been making those little notes to you in the past. I can write a full post with a photo or a GIF or like a preview video of something coming right here on YouTube. How does everybody feel about getting messages from me that way throughout the day? Does that sound annoying? Does that sound fun? Does that sound convenient to have it all in one spot? Just kind of curious what everybody thinks about that. Lisa says yes, Patricia says yes, Mar says yes, Kara says great. All right, cool. Grace is fine with it, Judy's fine with it, Maria says awesome. I just like the idea of staying in one spot because I know not everybody does all of social media, right? And I feel like a lot of times when I tell something on here, oh, we're gonna do a crochet along, but it's gonna be here. Oh, we're sharing photos, but it's here. And then throughout the day, I'll hear, oh, well, I don't do that, and I don't do that, and I get that. If I wasn't, if I didn't have an online presence for my business, I don't know how active I'd be in social media. And it's funny because I've been, I don't know, I guess in the public eye because of Knitting Daily TV since the beginning of social media as an author and as a personality on Knitting Daily TV on PBS. So the entire time social media has been around, I've been a public personality. So I have no way of knowing what kind of person I would be without it, right? Sometimes I think I wouldn't be that active on social media, but who knows? Because I'll never know. Anyway, but because I hear from so many people that like YouTube but aren't on Facebook, that like YouTube but aren't on Instagram, I thought that if I could keep my posts on here, I thought it might be a way to include everybody who's here better. Hi, Leanne. Ruthie likes that idea. Lisa does too. Karen does too. Okay, then I think that what you will need to do is make sure that you're subscribed to my channel to get them, possibly. I think you might be able to manually go find them. Danette doesn't do Twitter, see, exactly. So, but everybody that's here right now obviously does YouTube. So the fact that I have the ability to communicate with you more here on YouTube, I think that's great. I just thought it was interesting. I'm not sure what all I'll post there, but I think it might be a fun way to stay in touch throughout the day and share fun things and some behind the scenes stuff. Maybe share photos when I'm working on videos, or just letting you know what I'm working on behind the scenes. I thought it might be fun. So just wanted to see what your thoughts were on that and let you know to be expecting some posts there. Looks like I'm in my shadow again as the sun comes up. Move this over a little bit. Oh yeah, I'm not going to stop sending emails. No, emails are something completely different. Yeah, I'm just saying maybe instead of Instagram and Facebook. If you still get email notifications. I don't know. This is going to be an experiment for all of us, I suppose. Thanks, Patricia. This is the tender Raina hat done in 1 ball of Viso tender yarn, and this is color blush. You can find the free pattern and video on my website. The video is also here on YouTube. Yeah, it is beautiful here, Maria. I love it here. I'm in Southwest Florida. My sister wants my hat. She always wants what I'm wearing. And you know what I always tell her? I would be really happy to teach you how to make it. And it never works. You know what, Trina? This is actually the hat that I made Ani's hat out of. Remember the hat with the flowers when we came to visit you guys in Arizona? This is actually the same pattern, but made bigger for an adult. But it was the same pattern that I made Ani all those years ago. That's what I tell everybody that wants the stuff that I make, though. Yeah, you know what, Trina? In a couple of weeks, I probably won't need it anymore, and then you will need it for the rest of the year. I also have it in black. Do you like the idea of the pink or the black better? Because I actually have 2 of them, so I don't suppose I need to be greedy and keep both. So I'll let you pick which color you want. Lisa wants both. All right, so I kept doing my foundation double crochet row here, and as soon as I finish a couple more stitches, I want to show, both of them, one for you and one for Ani. Oh man, I suppose that is a good idea. You guys definitely need hats more than I do. So I wanted you to see how incredibly loose and stretchy this cast on, it's not a cast on, the foundation double crochet is. If this was regular chains, you would never be able to do that with 1 row of double crochet. Isn't that amazing? And as I continue to make rows of double crochet, there will be no difference in width from this row to the final row. But isn't that amazing? I think that's so cool. So now I'm just going to continue working rows. So you notice we did 1 extra step of a yarn over pull through 1 loop on our hook as we were doing the double crochets once we got started. And that little technique actually makes the stitch called an extended double crochet. And it's only a foundation double crochet because of where you put it. And that sounds way more complicated than it needs to be, which is why I didn't explain that first before showing you how to do it. You're welcome, Jane. So don't forget, you can look this up on my website on the page, on the How to Crochet page, and it's already linked in the video description below. I believe the playlist for crochet stitch videos is already in the link below, but I'll double check on that when we're done with the podcast. And if you want to go find it right now and don't want to look through the links, you would go to my website or go to my YouTube channel and just look up foundation double crochet, because the video is already there. And on those videos, the How to Crochet stitch videos, what I have done is done a close-up of right hand technique, left hand technique, and then a slow motion. So you get the I say out loud the written instructions, so it's yarn over, insert, pull through, you know, all that stuff. Plus you get a real good visual of right hand, then left hand, and then slow motion. So I think the videos are actually extremely useful when wanting to learn a new stitch. So anytime you watch a video of mine and you're like, that's a really cool technique, but I think I need to learn that stitch a little better, you can always pop over to that playlist or the page on my website, and you can bookmark either one and keep as a really handy resource so that you can always go back and brush up on whatever stitch you need to brush up on in order to do that technique or that project. So I mean, I plan on continually evolving and making more of them, but at the moment there is a lot already there. And if you ever think that there's a video missing from my library I would really like it if you would request it, because sometimes, you know, I get caught up in other stuff and forget, and it doesn't take long to make those videos, and the more work I put into it, the better all-encompassing body of work it becomes. So don't feel shy about that. Always feel welcome to ask me to add to it. I'm really proud of that library, and yeah, so don't be shy. Okay, so here we go. Here's some rows, and notice how the width did not change from our first row to the last row. Well, Leanne, you know, that's the point of being a teacher, in my opinion. If you're not teaching to get people excited about learning, what's the point? So for me, the goal of teaching is to not just get the information to you, but get the information to you in a way that you absorb it and grow from it. So for me, figuring out what ways help people learn better is really important to me. Yes, Danette, I do sew. I love sewing. My latest book, my most recent book that I published, 80 Handmade Gifts, has a chapter on all the different a lot of different crafts. It's a book about making quick gifts throughout the year, or holidays or whenever, and there is a chapter on making food gifts, crochet gifts, knit gifts, sewing gifts, some paper craft gifts, and a few miscellaneous things too. But there is a link to that in the video description below, so if you wanted to see a glimpse of that book with 80 handmade gift projects, including about a dozen sewing projects, the link's in the video description below. And I'm sure lots of people here could give you information on the sewing projects, because a lot of people here bought that book. This is foundation double, well, the first row was foundation double crochet. The subsequent rows are just double crochet. Yeah, the first row was called foundation double crochet. The rest of it is just double crochet. Yes, I will be releasing a new pattern for layers crochet and layers knit this week, and it will probably happen tomorrow. If all goes well, there will be a video for both as well, but the patterns will be released, and at some point this week I'm hoping to start offering kits as the patterns become available too. So I'm putting together a kit for the shrugs from last week, and then kits for the 2 new patterns that will come out tomorrow, and I think it'll come out tomorrow. It'll come out by Friday for sure, and then also have videos for the new projects as well. So anybody who has pre-ordered the books will get an email with a new expiring download link for the new patterns. And if you prefer to buy your patterns a la carte, not a problem. You can always just purchase the pattern download on its own, just like I offered the patterns last week. So however you want them, individually or as the full book, no problem. And anybody who does purchase the pre-order ebook, Karen wants to know how come the download link is only available for 24 hours. That's just the standard way that websites, the shopping cart section of websites often do. I believe even Ravelry does it that way, except they keep it in your library because it's a different website. But most websites offer it as a 24-hour. Karen can't access it. Well, I can't help you right here, but I would be more than happy to help you If you send me an email, I could send you the download link again. No problem. Thanks, Sherry. Can you print from your ebook? Yeah, definitely. It's a PDF file, so you can. Yeah, if anybody has problems with their ebooks, just send me an email. I'm more than happy to help you. No problem. I just can't do it from the beach. Sorry. I wish I could help you from here, but I can't. So just send me an email if you have any issues with your ebook, and no problem. I'm going to get back to my swatch. Does anybody have any other questions? You're welcome, Karen. My pleasure. Sherry saves her ebooks on her phone. That's wonderful. Yeah, but it is a PDF file, so it's something that's very easy to print as well. So once you get it home, once you have it, you can print it for sure. You have the most making... I don't understand, Kara. Karen just signed up. Oh, signed up for an account on my website. Oh, awesome. Yeah, then you'll be able to see your previous orders and save in your shipping information and stuff like that. So it's really, really convenient once you sign up. Does anybody have any other questions? I'm going to be able to show this a little bit better at the end of this row, and you'll see how much more perfectly squared off my corners and edges are because of that foundation row that we began with. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Thanks, Sherry. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, I'll have the yarn available probably by Monday. So you can see how beautifully symmetrical my rows are because of starting with a foundation row instead of a simple chain. Thanks, Maria. Yes, Lisa, I'm excited for you to see the new yarn too. Yes, Dina, there will be more tapestry crochet. Absolutely, that was fun. I'm so glad everybody enjoyed it so much. Thanks, Grace. Sherry missed about the new yarn. Well, if you want to go back and watch the beginning, I described it in more detail, but I did some very labor-intensive gradient dyeing of larger balls of Be So Brave yarn. So if you've tried my Be So Brave yarn, you'll know that it's worsted weight, American merino wool, very soft, very lofty, really soft merino wool, and it's a larger ball than the normal one, so you'll get more in one project, but it's a very labor-intensive process of gradient dyeing them. So I did each ball in 2 different colors where the colors merge throughout, and so it'll be really fun for making 1-ball cowls, or maybe even 2-ball shawls, or a scarf or a hat. They're gonna be really pretty. So if you follow me on Instagram, I did do a sneak peek yesterday of some of the colors as they were drying, but it was in my story, so it's probably only going to be available for a couple more minutes, maybe an hour, because those only last 24 hours. But if you missed that, no problem. I might try to figure out how to do that on the community posts on YouTube this morning. That might be one of my first posts on there. Maybe. We'll see if I can figure that out, and otherwise they will be for sale next week. Thanks, Ruthie. Hi, Annie. Thanks for joining live. All right, well, we are almost out of time, so let's take this last minute to look out at this gorgeous view. Oh, I love the contrast of the foam and the dark water today. So let's soak in the sounds of these waves and the beautiful scenery and set our intentions for the day. Dolphin! Dolphin! Did you see him? Oh my goodness, he's really close. I'm turning the camera around so I can show you better. He's not very far out there. He's pretty close. Ah, he's going this way, that way. Did anybody else see the dolphin so far? There he is, he's right here. Oh, he's right here in front. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna stand up. Did anybody see him? He's like less than 50 feet from the shoreline. Did anybody see him beside me? Naomi, you saw him. Wonderful. I'm so glad. Lisa saw him too. Good. You know how quick I take action if I think I see him. Oh, I'm so glad you saw him. Oh, where is he? Dang it. Poor guy, he's probably chilly this morning. Actually, the water's probably warmer than the air. He's probably fine. All right, well, I guess that's all we're gonna see today. But man, that was fun. What a nice way to end the show, huh? That was exciting. All right, thanks so much everybody for taking time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes here with me. Hope you enjoyed the sunrise, the sound of the waves, our dolphin friend, our bird friends, chatting with me and everyone else here. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click the bell button if you want to be notified the next time I go live or have new videos uploaded. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire